Realize that if you work with the people when you work at the same age, then you realize the challenges they are facing. Because if you give a safe space for them, then they will be able to come out clean, and they will be able to talk about their challenges. And I realized that I can tell you for free ya kwamba challenges ndio mingi hadi kuliko easily successions, community based organizations. People feel like you are starting an organization to go for meetings, probably get money, and watu wengine hadi wakikuona na kitu umenunua anasema hiyo ndio pesa ya mradi but it's not the case. You get me.
Yeah. Welcome back to yet another interesting episode, and in this series we are hosting young people who are doing amazing things in the community. Young people are bringing the change they want for themselves. They are saying there is nothing for them without them. Today, kwenye studio, we have one of the executive directors of a youth-led organization here in Mombasa. The young people who started an organization that has reached over 50,000 young people with information on health. They have over 4,000 followers around the social media platforms. Not only that, they have run amazing campaigns. Badilika campaign, Cheza Mechi Safe. We are going to talk about all that in a short while. To facilitate this discussion, I have Leonida, who is my co-host, and of course, the Chief Executive Director, Impact4Youth Kenya. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
So, Elvis, nice to see you.
Thank you so much.
3 years down the line, you've been running Impact4Youth. What is the motivation behind starting Impact4Youth, bringing young people together and doing all what you do?
All right. Thank you so much, Omache, for this amazing platform. My name is Elvis Mwinyi Mbiti. I am the Executive Director for a youth-led organization, a community-based organization called Impact4Youth Kenya, kama vile Omache amesema. And at Impact4Youth, we focus on 4 thematic areas. Number 1 is sexual and reproductive health and rights, ama SRHR. We also focus on mental health, ama afya ya kiakili. We have an aspect of climate change, and also we leverage on digital platforms. We have an aspect of digital innovation and transformation in our organization. So we are trying to leverage digital platforms to pass information to young people. So my motivation to start this organization was, it was a dream which came true, because I was one of the youth executive board members for a program. It was a global program called Right Here, Right Now. So in that case, in that journey, tulikuwa tunafanya kazi na community na pia kazi kwa vijana. So mimi nilikuwa kijana ama young person na nilikuwa nafanyia kazi vijana wenzangu. So it was a journey of leadership, it was a journey of learning, and in the process of doing that work in the community, I came to realize that if you work with the people when you work at the same age, then you realize the challenges they are facing. Because if you give a safe space for them, then they will be able to come out clean, and they will be able to talk about their challenges. And I realized that there are so many challenges in the community. SRHR, sexual and reproductive health challenges, mental health challenges, uko na shida ya mambo na anga ama na hiyo intersectionality. Unaona kwamba anga ina affect mental health, anga ina affect SRHR na hizo vitu zote. So I saw the need of coming up with an organization yenye inaweza reach young people, to escalate or to cascade the information beyond being part of the youth executive board, be able to cascade whatever I learned from that program, nipeleke kwa community na tuendelee kukua na hiyo journey pamoja.
Yeah, I know it's been amazing, like having that urge, like una feel kuwork na vijana wenzako, and it's been a good journey.
Yeah.
50,000 people reached through your different interventions, massive following online networks. It's really been an amazing journey, and we appreciate you, we celebrate you, and tell those stories so that other young people wakuwe motivated na wajue kuna wenzao wanafanya hizi vitu alafu they can also do something. It's amazing. We celebrate you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Elvis. You are doing a good job with the
Asante.
entire Impact4Youth organization, and as it's been said, you've reached over 50,000 people with information, with the great work you're doing. Actually, I'm one of the followers who actually follow closely what you do, and at some point I also participate in some of the activities you do, and I can attest that you're doing a good job. Plan, maybe could you share with the people who are listening to us today, what is that one story that you feel this was impactful and you changed someone through the different programs that you are implementing?
All right, thank you so much. So actually it's not one. I have a lot of success stories that young people have been giving, or rather providing feedback that the young people are providing to us. And what I'd like to say that we are tech-led, first of all. It's because we lack equipment and resources, but I can attest that we are a tech-led organization. So through the we provide information online. We use different platforms to give information. We use the social media platforms. We also do referral on digital platforms like One-to-One, 1190, and many other platforms. In the process of implementing our programs, it reached a point I received a call. One day this is a story. I received a call from a young person. The person was around 21 years. Ambia kwamba Elvis, there is something that happened. I slept or I had a sexual activity with a lady, but now that lady is perceived that she is HIV positive. So ilinigonga kwa akili, because at the end of it, I don't know if this lady is HIV positive or it's just a perception that the people around huyo mtu ako HIV positive. So it was because alikuwa hajabainika kwamba this person was HIV positive. So it was a stressful journey for me, because first of all nilikuwa tumeanza organization and we were like in ile process sasa tunaanza and hatujui even we don't know our journey mali itatupeleka again. So I had to take the initiative of helping this young person, because tulianza na follow the protocol, the right procedures. So tukasema kwamba will the lady allow you guys, both of you, muende kwa health facility, muende mupimu. But akasema kwamba because mimi sasa sijui na siwezi enda ahead ni mconfront, I can't even go ahead and start having that conversation naye, because hadi pia mimi nimeko stressed. I'm stressed na sijui nitaanzia wapi. You understand? So for me, because we also deal na mental health, nikamwelewa na nikamwambia pia it's okay and there is nothing wrong in itakosekana. So we started having the journey of treatment and recovery. So tukampeleka kwa health facility, akakuwa tested, and then after testing akapewa the PEP, now the post exposure prophylaxis, that is the medication. Na akaanza kutumia hiyo medication. Then after ametumia akaendelea kutumia. Now in the process of even getting the treatment, kulikuwa na hiccups, there were some challenges in between. So kulikuwa anapewa dawa za siku kama 4 and anaambiwa ukuje instead ya kupewa dawa zote after 4 days, instead ya kupewa dawa zote. But in the long run alipata usaidizi na akasaidika. I felt like I did a very great job, because exactly, because at some point this is life of someone, and at the end of it even hiyo kijana sasa akiniona kwa community anasema mwalimu, ananitanga mwalimu, asante sana kwa kunisaidia, asante sana kwa kunifanyia hivi na hivi. And I felt like that was an impactful job on a personal level, and even the work that we are doing in the community.
Thank you so much for sharing. Actually, that is a very touching story. It's a very impactful story, and you did a good job, especially saving someone's life. And I know you've done so much. And for those who are listening, if you want to get more of such stories, I know they have a lot. You can follow them on their pages. You can also get to reach them where they are. I think he mentioned where they are, so you can follow them and just get to understand what they do. They say they are a tech organization, so I believe they can share more of such stories on their pages so that we can be able to look at them. But again, through this work, I know having an organization, running an organization, I've been in one, as I started my advocacy work, I know I started somewhere at some point, and even at some point we were in the same organization. This is interesting. Yeah, so you realize it's a journey, it has its own ups and downs. It's not a straight line, it's not 1 + 1. Like we are always told, 1 + 1, it's not always 2. Sometimes it can be 11. It just depends on which side you are seated or standing. So maybe to other young people out there, those who are wishing to start organizations or those who've just started, maybe what are some of the challenges you've experienced as an organization, even as you continue with your work?
Thank you so much, Leonida. I can tell you for free ya kwamba challenges ndio mingi hadi kuliko zile success stories ama whatever the work we are doing, because this is work yenye unafanyanga for free. Hakuna mtu anakulipa, not unless, and especially when you talk about youth-led organizations, community-based organizations, people feel like you are starting an organization to go for meetings, probably get money, and watu wengine hadi wakikuona na kitu umenunua anasema hiyo ndio pesa ya mradi, but it's not the case. You get me? So we have so many challenges, especially as Impact4Youth. We have been experiencing so many challenges as an organization, and one of the mimi imefikia time mpaka I was quitting. Trust me, I was quitting, and it was like, wacha tu ikae vile iko, wacha nende nitafute kazi mahali nifanye kazi. But in the long run you reflect and you get you get to understand what is this job ni nini ilinifanya mpaka nikaanza hiyo organization. What about the people wenye nitawaacha, especially kama kuko na mtu mmoja ama wawili wameguswa, then what about niguse watu wengi after all. So sometimes challenges ziko, and one of the challenge ni kwamba we work na the spirit of volunteerism. That is something inataka someone to be dedicated, someone to be committed, someone who is willing to do the work regardless of either uko na payment or hakuna payment.
And how is that easy for young people?
Actually it's not easy.
Because I'm trying to imagine a young person still hata yeye mwenyewe ana job now, but still how do you manage that?
Actually sometimes you reflect, you do a reflection of the work that you are doing. Na unapata mpaka wewe mwenyewe unashangaa like why na manage aje kufanya hii kazi. You get me? But it's because of the commitment and the dedication to work with the community. It's not easy, to be honest, because kufanya kazi na kuvolunteer makazi tunaweza sema kazi ya bure. It's not easy. But hakuna kitu yenye nasema hailipi. It's either hata kama unafanya kazi ni ya bure, but even God sees everything. Number 2 challenge is the funding. As you recently mumeona the funding system imekuwa a bit challenging, but regardless we have to move on. So we are trying na maybe to curb hizo challenges. Organization yetu we usually do shower gel business. So the money that we are getting from shower gel, it helps us to implement the normal activities of the organization. So tunafanya shower gel business yenye it's just a small initiative ama small business yenye tunafanyanga, but we are looking forward to maybe getting the machines. At least tukipata hizo machines at some point tunaweza kufanya lots of productions and everything, and then maybe tunaweza kuwa sustainable at some point.
Ni venye ulisahau kuleta shower gel. Maybe hapa
nimesahau. Ndio nitawaletea shower gel.
And I think something that I've picked from that, the spirit of volunteering, this takes me back Tambo when I was volunteering, and I remember the first time I was paid in an organization, and the whole month I used to be paid 3,000. It's real, and sometimes it's challenging, especially we young people. As we continue to grow, we realize that our needs keeps increasing. We have families to take care of, our families at home, our own families, so our needs, sometimes it's very difficult to sustain a young person coming to the office every day and they're not getting anything. Anafikanga mahali kwanza wengi wana give up, but we are being encouraged. Itakosa kujipa hiyo siku, but eventually there's a day it will pay. Na hata usipolipa ukumbuke pia Mungu atakulipa.
Yeah, that's amazing, Elvis. Unafanya kazi fiti sana. Na unajua umeongelea some shida zenye umepitia ama challenges, na alafu mpaka tu mtu anaweza fikiria Hakuna vitu zile mmefanya zenye ni kubwa sana. Sasa hiyo inaleta kwa hiyo question, pengine uambie mtazamaji one of your projects, inspiration behind each project. Kwanza tukianzia cheza mechi safe. Unajua sasa nikiwa huko Chicago, nikitaka tulikuwa one of the slang word tulikuwa tunataka girlfriend, unamuuliza kama amekupea mechi. Lakini pia mechi ni sport. So what is the inspiration behind cheza mechi safe?